Hi, and welcome to Be Your Own Hero. Today, I want to talk about why sometimes we become our own worst enemy. The first thing I want to look at is your inner critic. And the inner critic is that harsh voice that resides within many of us. It often stems from a deep seated fear, a fear of failure, a fear of rejection, or even the fear of success. This internal dialogue can be relentless and unforgiving, constantly reminding us of our perceived inadequacies or shortcomings. While it might sometimes masquerade as a defense, claiming to keep you safe from the potential pain of disappointment and the unknown, in reality, it just tends to do more harm than good. It creates a barrier that prevents you from taking calculated risks and pursuing opportunities that could lead to personal growth and fulfillment. This inner critic can be particularly vocal in moments of vulnerability, amplifying feelings of self-doubt and insecurity. Instead of encouraging you to step out of your comfort zone, it often whispers warnings of impending failure, urging you to play it safe and avoid situations that could lead to discomfort or embarrassment. Consequently, rather than providing a sense of security, this voice often becomes a significant obstacle, stifling creativity and ambition, and ultimately holding you back from realizing your true potential and your aspirations. It's really important to recognize this inner critic for what it is. And it's a reflection of our fears rather than an accurate assessment of our abilities and worth. And often these fears did not even come from us. They came from messages received in childhood. By acknowledging the presence of this inner critic and challenging its narrative, we can begin to dismantle the power it holds over us and embark on a journey towards self-acceptance and eventually empowerment. The second reason is that we tend to set unrealistic expectations. Many of us set impossibly high standards for ourselves, often driven by a desire for perfection or a fear of failure. These standards can manifest in various aspects of our lives, including our careers, personal relationships, and even with our physical appearance. We may establish really lofty goals, such as achieving a certain level of success in our jobs, maintaining an ideal body image, or nurturing flawless relationships with friends and family. The pressure to meet these expectations can become overwhelming and can lead to a constant state of anxiety and self-doubt. When we inevitably fall short of these unattainable benchmarks, which is a natural part of being human, we tend to engage in negative self-talk and harsh self-criticism. Instead of recognizing the efforts and the progress we've made, we often focus solely on our perceived shortcomings and failures. This pattern of self-blame can become detrimental to our mental and emotional well-being because it fosters a cycle of negativity and discouragement. Rather than extending ourselves the grace and compassion we would readily offer to a friend or loved one in a similar situation, we become our own harshest critic. It's essential to acknowledge that nobody is perfect and that making mistakes is a fundamental part of growing and learning. By practicing self-compassion and allowing ourselves the same kindness we would extend to others, we can create a healthier relationship with ourselves and promote a more positive mindset. Embracing our imperfections and recognizing that they don't define our worth can lead to greater resilience and a more fulfilling life. The third thing is negative thought patterns. Over time, negative self-talk can become a deeply ingrained habit, subtly influencing our actions, thoughts, and emotional responses without us even realizing. This internal dialogue often begins with seemingly innocuous comments about ourselves, which gradually escalate into a pervasive negative narrative that shapes our own perception about ourselves. For instance, when we encounter challenges or setbacks, the tendency to criticize ourselves harshly can lead to a pattern where we begin to doubt our abilities and worth. This cycle of negativity can create a significant barrier to personal growth and self-acceptance because we start to internalize these damaging beliefs as truth. Furthermore, negative self-talk can impact our relationships. The lack of self-confidence and self-love can prevent us from forming meaningful connections with others. Over time, this habit can also manifest in various other ways, such as procrastination, avoidance of new opportunities, and even self-sabotage. Ultimately, it hinders our potential and overall well-being. Recognizing and addressing negative self-talk is really important for breaking this cycle and fostering a more positive and empowering internal dialogue that encourages resilience and self-compassion. So the good news is that these patterns can be unlearned. And I do have another video that explains what to do when you feel like you are being your own worst enemy. And I'll put a link to that video in the description. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.